welcome to this edition of Shelby This Week. Here are some of the stories we have for you. Shred your documents in confidentiality at this upcoming event. And these fishermen took on Lake St. Clair for one of the largest bass fishing tournaments. We have these stories and more on this edition of Shelby This Week. A Shelby Township woman was killed in a head-on crash on 22 Mile Road. The accident involved 3 vehicles. According to the police department, the 63-year-old woman was driving in a Kia Soul eastbound on 22 Mile just east of Ryan Road. She crossed the center line, hitting a Ford Fusion. The woman then drove into westbound traffic, crashing head-on into a Ford Mustang. The Shelby Township woman was taken to the hospital where she died of her injuries. The driver of the Mustang was also taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The Shelby Township Police Department is asking anyone with information on this accident to call 586-731-2121, extension 483. Safely dispose of those personal and confidential documents. Shred Day invites residents out to Riverbend Park. On Saturday, October 19th, the Shelby Township Police Department are hosting this event. All documents are shredded professionally. Business owners located in Shelby Township can bring up to 2 boxes of documents, and residents can bring up to 4 boxes. All boxes will be returned. For more information on Community Shred Day, you can call the police department at 586-731-2121. Supporting families, women, and children, the Shelby Community Foundation helped raise money for individuals right here in our township. Stacy Santatera has more on the 8th annual luncheon.
It's happening in all of our communities, but we're not talking about it. I think with cyberbullying and teenage suicide, some people think this is an inner city problem, but this is definitely a suburb problem. It's happening in Shelby Township, it's happening in your neighborhood, it's happening in your kids' schools, and we need to start getting this transparent and talking about it.
Would you believe that 1931 was the last time a telecommunications bullying law was written? Flash forward to 2019, and a first-of-its-kind cyberbullying law has now officially been in the books for 120 days. Michigan becomes the first state in the nation to address this very important issue. And that's why the Shelby Community Foundation's annual luncheon was so relevant.
No longer is it the bullying that's happening at school, but the kids can come home and have a respite from their bullying. This bullying is happening on their cell phone, in their bathroom when they're getting ready for school. And as technology advances and as the children get younger that are using social media and mobile technology, it's going to become more and more of a problem.
People have, I guess, some issues about how they treat others. And if it's disrespectful, that's one thing. But if it violates the First Amendment of speech and goes into harassment and more than just annoying, we need laws in place to protect those. Not only the school kids, but also the adults that are being more than just harassing, they're just being downright rotten to other people.
Bullying is not a new problem, and the internet has created an environment in which it can reach to all new heights. And because of this, State Senator Pete Lucido was compelled to write up a law to address these changing times.
So it's a good thing to do what we need to do, and that's protect others from the informational highway, if you will, which was supposed to be used to help society, not hurt society.
Nobody understands the need for this law more than keynote speaker Kevin Epling, who has spent the last 17 years fighting in memory of his son.
We lost our son in 2002 to suicide because of a bullying incident. So since then, I've been pretty vocal about getting the word about what's happening in our schools and what parents need to know more, that there is a law in place, and now we have a cyberbullying law. So those are important things. So anytime I can come out to a community and they can help me spread that information, that's what these events are all about.
Matt was targeted because Matt was a very popular kid in 8th grade.
And adults need to understand more than ever, bullying today is nothing like it was when they were a student. It's a totally different world.
The Shelby Community Foundation is passionate about ending cyberbullying. And to back that up, the foundation gave a check to No Resolve, a nonprofit in the township that strives to be part of the solution to combat all types of bullying and teen suicide. The luncheon focused on positive advancements in the fight against bullying. And changes are here, with 2 bills that have passed to criminalize cyberbullying.
And at the end of the day, if somebody is threatened and feared for their life, then we need these rules in place and tools in the toolbox for our own law enforcement to take control. It is one thing to say something to somebody that you just don't like them, but when you're threatening their life or hurting them physically, it's another thing where our law enforcement officials needed these tools to do their job too.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
For more information on Michigan's cyberbullying law, visit legislature.michigan.gov. Lake St. Clair was home to a big fishing tournament. Our Kyle Warzbach catches up with these local Michiganders who were happy they got the chance to fish in the Mitten State.
26-12! One of the biggest pro fishing leagues in the world was here in Macomb County last weekend. The 2019 Bassmaster Angler of the Year was held on Lake St. Clair, and it featured 2 anglers that call Michigan home, Garrett Paquette from Canton and Chad Pipkins from Lansing.
Where I'm from is awesome, and it's nice to get home to travel. All we do is drive all year long, so it's pretty special today to drive an hour and a half. I got a lot of friends and family here actually watching me catch my Bassmaster Classic bass. I needed 1 fish to qualify. They were out there watching, so it's a pretty special day.
It's special. You're in the top 50 at the end of the season. That's an accomplishment in itself. And then to have it in your backyard, you know, it's kind of like a tournament you dream about as a kid. Man, I wish I could fish against the pros on my own lake, and here we are doing it.
Garrett is a 24-year-old rookie who was inspired to be a pro fisherman after watching a fellow Michigander, Kevin Van Dam, win the Classic in 2005.
I saw that, and being from Michigan like he was, it kind of inspired me that, hey, maybe someone from up north can, you know, fish professionally. And ever since that day, I spent all my time trying to learn about it, become better at it, and just pursue it as hard as I could.
During his teenage years, Garrett played travel hockey with Little Caesars, and he's taken the lessons he learned as a hockey player over to pro fishing.
It taught you a lot about just being competitive, you know, working with teammates, how to deal with adversity, and a lot of that is what I've been able to take to now professional fishing and, you know, how to overcome situations we deal with every single day.
While Garrett was playing hockey, Chad Pipkins was just getting his career started. And over the last few years, he started sharing his experiences as a pro on his own YouTube channel.
My whole deal is have fun, live life. Life is good. So if you watch anything that I do, it's about positivity, having a good time on the water. There's a lot worse things that are going on in the world. So if you get a chance to fish and be on the water and have a good time, that's what I'm all about. And if you guys want to follow me, we have some fun.
Chad is no stranger to Lake St. Clair, and he has a few tips for fishing out here.
Here's tip number 1. Do not come to Lake St. Clair when it's blowing 30 miles an hour. It's tough, but it is one of the best lakes in the world, I promise you. If you can get out here, first 2 weeks of June, last 2 weeks of May, you catch some of the biggest ones you ever catch. It's one of the best in the world.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Warzbach.
Still ahead on Shelby This Week, Meadowbrook Theater is once again hosting Bewitched and Bedazzled, and they want you there. And welcome to Shelby Township. A new restaurant opens and promises home-cooked cuisine with a very little wait time. Stay with us for more Shelby This Week.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Get into the Halloween spirit at the Bewitched and Bedazzled, hosted by Meadowbrook Theater Guilds. It's a luncheon and boutique vendor shopping. On Thursday, October 17th, everyone is invited to the event at Palazzo Grande at 9:30 a.m. Costumes are encouraged. which hats are highly recommended. There is a costume contest along with raffle baskets, a photo booth, and silent auction.
It gives the opportunity for women to dress up like witches and come to an event where they can share their costumes, share their ideas, and have a really fun day. I mean, over 400 women all in the same place on one day is really, really exciting. So we're just really glad that it's here in Shelby Township and we have this opportunity.
Live entertainment will be performed by Meadowbrook Theater alums. All of the proceeds benefit the Meadowbrook Theater Guild, which is located on the campus of Oakland University. To purchase tickets, visit the link on your screen. Spooky and fun will take over the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center. The haunt-filled center will feature costume characters, and some of them will be handing out candy. It is a playful, eerie event, and it's ideal for any age. Pre-registration is recommended. The Haunted Nature Center will be October 18th and 19th starting at 6 p.m. The last guest will be taken through at 8:30 p.m. All children must be accompanied by an adult. The cost is $5 per person. You can call the Nature Center to register at 586-323-2478. Everyone in the kitchen is family. This new business, Joe's Italian Takeout in Shelby Township, opened with the idea to bring family members together. The idea started a little over a year ago.
We were thinking that we wanted to open up an establishment where the community could come into a restaurant where we had homemade cooking and homemade desserts and be able to come in and out and be in and out within about 15 minutes. And so all the food that we cook is all done in the back. We staffed up and opened up the restaurant with all family members who are very passionate about the food that they're cooking and the way that they want everything to look and feel inside the restaurant.
Knowing Shelby Township has deep-rooted Italian heritage, Henrietta Douglas knew this was the right place. She and her family have lived here for 25 years, and now they get to be more a part of the community than ever before. The takeout is located on 23 Mile Road east of Van Dyke Expressway.
I'm excited because we have another grand opening, and obviously that's good for small business, and small business is one of the big things in Shelby Township that keeps our local economy going.
Joe's Italian Takeout offers lunch, dinner, and bakery items. The Humane Society Macomb is stepping up their game with a new program, Guys and Dogs. It helps socialize, understand, and combat dog anxiety toward men. ShelbyTV's Samana Sheik has more.
Rod Brown always wanted a dog, but his dream couldn't come true because his daughter is allergic. The reason why his niece, who volunteers for the Humane Society in Macomb, told him about Guys and Dogs. Now he's an active member.
You get the story behind the animal. Some have been abused, some have been in cages, some aren't even been around people.
It's part of the reason why this program exists. A small group of guys comes in, feeds different dogs, simply to get them used to men. Autumn Signs, the volunteer coordinator, noticed
95% of the workers and the volunteers are all female, and so we started to notice that some dogs would have a tendency to be fearful of men.
By eating from a guy, it slowly builds trust. Over time, it develops their confidence and can lead to
helping their stress level here, as well as when they meet potential adopters, bring out their personalities more.
And these treats that they give these dogs are not the typical dog treats. They're actually hot dogs. And the reason is because they're high-value foods that dogs can relate to.
It's usually the same 5 guys that feed the dogs, including Rod. He notices over time the dogs.
First they start out real skittish. The next week, you start seeing them building up their confidence.
But the main reason they're here is
so they can be adopted.
In order for this program to continue, the Humane Society needs hot dog donations, and they're always looking for more volunteers. In Macomb County, Samana Sheik reporting.
To donate or volunteer your time, visit the Humane Society Macomb on 22 Mile Road. A longtime resident at the Humane Society Macomb, Seminole might just be your next dog.
Seminole is an awesome dog. He is a little over 4 years old. He's one of our longest residents here, and he's just a fantastic dog. Lots of energy. Had a bit of a rough start in life, but now he's doing great, and we really, really want to find him a home. Oh, he's cool. I mean, he's a cool dog. He's pretty well adjusted here. Lots of energy. He can be a little naughty sometimes. So, you know, friendly, energetic, needs to learn some manners, needs to learn some basic obedience and stuff, but Seminole's great. Oh, he's a favorite. He gets out all the time with them because he's been here for a little while. A lot of volunteers are very familiar with him, and he's a favorite. People love to take him out, and yeah, he's definitely one of the favorites around here. You know, just because a dog's been here for a while doesn't mean it's a bad dog or it's not a good pet. Some animals go home the same day they're put up for adoption. Some are here longer. He just happens to be one that's here a bit longer, but we'd really like to see him get a home.
Coming up next, we take you to Week 6 for your football highlights. And the Utica Community Schools take to the field for Bandorama.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
The Utica Chieftains hosted the Stevenson Titans in a Week 6 as both teams look to get back in the playoff hunt. This game would be a great defense battle as no points were scored in the first half. The Chieftains would get on board first in the third quarter with a touchdown by Brett Berg. But the Titans answered right back with a 55-yard touchdown to tie it up at 7 apiece. It came down to the final 30 seconds when the Titans scored the game-winning touchdown on a trick play. The Chieftains fall into 2-4 on the season and face Warren Mott on the road this Friday. The Eisenhower Eagles travel to L'Anse Creuse North to battle with the Crusaders. Both Eisenhower and L'Anse Creuse North would come into the game with a 3-2 record. Eisenhower comes out of the gate firing at all cylinders with 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown from Mario Ghetto, and a punt return by Steven Dorsky. L'Anse Creuse North would finally get 1 on the board in the second quarter with a 5-yard touchdown scamper by Kyle Turner. But Ike would answer back with 2 touchdown passes thrown by Blake Rescue. 1 to Colin Sealing and another bomb to Ethan Barker. Eisenhower would go into the half leading 28-7. L'Anse Creuse North would cut Eisenhower's lead in half with a 3-yard touchdown run by Justin Shimulski. Eisenhower would answer back with a field goal from Luke Drewski and another short touchdown by Mario Getaway. Ike would take on another touchdown with a quarterback keeper by Blake Ratzicue to round out the Eagles' scoring. L'Anse Creuse North would score late to get within 2 touchdowns. But it was too little too late as Eisenhower takes the win with a score of 44-30. To watch more of your Week 6 football, you can catch the Utica Chieftain Rewind and the Ike Review. All 4 marching bands took the field for Bandorama. This annual event was held at Runkle Field. This showcases the district's talented high school musicians. Playing to a packed house, everyone in attendance helped fund a music scholarship and fund opportunities for band students to further their music education. It's a unique opportunity to have all 4 schools together and perform their halftime shows, each one special to that band.
gents, this is the moment you have waited for. This is the greatest show.
That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can watch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. We will leave you now with scenes from around the library. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.